Hi, this is Indranil and you are watching Business Bites in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. In today's Business Bites, first news we have the 18th edition of Indian Premier League's viewership reached at a new high across TV and digital channels. Second news we have quick commerce players are looking for other retail formats to drive growth as current growth rate is unsustainable. Third news we have large Indian e-commerce firms moving towards in-house delivery, which is shaking third-party logistic companies. Fourth news we have Mahindra-backed Classic Legends plans for global expansion with new motorcycle launches. And fifth news we have new age brands as well as e-commerce platforms are exploring ultra-fast delivery for fashion and apparel. In first news, the 18th edition of Indian Premier League's viewership reached at a new high across TV and digital channels. The 18th edition of the Indian Premier League has reaffirmed the tournament's status as one of the most watched leagues in the world, despite a loss in momentum caused by a week-long suspension that temporarily disrupted the flow of the event, where the league concluded on 3rd June with Royal Challengers Bengaluru gripped their maiden title. The IPL 18th edition was a landmark season with the final match between RCB and Punjab Kings drawing 600 million peak views on digital when JioStar, the official streaming partner of the IPL, has been displaying cumulative views for a live match instead of peak concurrent viewers, which was the norm earlier. Unlike peak concurrent users, which indicates the number of unique viewers watching a match at a specific moment, that is, cumulative views reflect duplicated reach as they count multiple sessions by the same user. Excluding the final match, the tournament attracted an audience of 450 million each on both TV and digital platforms. And for the first time, the season marked a key shift both as TV and digital rights were consolidated under the one broadcaster after 2 years of rivalry between Star and Viacom 18 and nearly $1 billion in ad revenue generated on the tournament across TV, digital, on-ground and franchise sponsorships, which has proved its vast business impact. In second news, quick commerce players are looking for other retail formats to drive growth as current growth rate is unsustainable. According to a report, only 6 to 8% of sales on quick commerce platforms are truly incremental, while most of the channel's growth comes at the expenses of other formats like primary modern trade and e-commerce, followed by local kiranas, when this is despite supermarkets and e-commerce platforms offering the steepest discounts to shoppers, which is typically in the range of 13 to 18% compared to 6 to 9% on quick commerce and 2 to 5% on kiranas or general trade. To reduce the cannibalistic sales, the company needs to ensure to have a tailor-made portfolio to drive offtake and not just give price discounting. While quick commerce started off as a top-up service for last-minute purchase for groceries and small-ticket items, but now it became the fastest-growing sales channel, especially for premium portfolios. Before the entry of quick commerce companies, only about 1/3 of the shoppers in top metros favored online platforms for their daily shopping, while today 87% people in these cities shop online, and that is highlighting a major consumer shift helped by convenience and instant gratification that quick commerce provides. Presently, the contribution of quick commerce to e-commerce sales has been doubling every year, which is roughly accounting for between 3 to 6% of overall sales for most consumer goods firms in India. However, the shift is not consistent across all categories, as the shift in fresh produce is lower, which indicates consumers still prefer to handpick such items, while adopting in categories such as personal care and electronics is also lower, likely because of the limited assortment offered by quick commerce platforms in their early stages. With this current trend, quick commerce grocery market is expected to grow threefold between 2024 and 2027, which is reaching at about 1.5 lakh crore to 1.7 lakh crore and extending to all towns with a population of 5 lakh or more by then. In third news, large Indian e-commerce firms moving towards in-house delivery, which is shaking third-party logistic companies. Amazon, Flipkart and Meesho now account for about 82% of India's e-commerce parcel volumes, and the largest Indian e-commerce firms have moved their deliveries in-house, and that is badly impacting third-party logistic players and leading to a consolidation in the sector, which has forced pure-play logistics operators to draw up new ways to stay relevant. Currently, Meesho's parcel volumes are increasingly handled by its logistic arm Valmo, as improving yields has become more important than chasing market share for third-party logistic companies. When the Bangalore-based online retailer, which catered to smaller town and value-conscious shoppers, had historically worked with logistic providers including Delivery, Ecom Express, Shadowfax and Express Bees. And now their own Valmo functions as an aggregator and allows sellers to choose a transporter to fulfill orders. Presently, Meesho is routing around 70% of shipments through its captive arm Valmo as of March 2025 compared to around 30% in March 2024 and was only 5% in March 2023, and this indicates the growing control of horizontal platforms over logistics operations. On that context, listed logistic firm Delivery acquired Ecom Express in April this year at 1,407 crore, which is showing a progress of consolidation in this sector, while Delivery handling a large share of Meesho's volumes, and they has already begun focusing on yields and exploring segments like rapid commerce and hyperlocal delivery. In fourth news, Mahindra-backed Classic Legends plans for global expansion with new motorcycle launches. Mahindra-backed Classic Legends is hoping to double their sales in this fiscal year by doubling down on its growth plans with new motorcycle launches, aggressive global expansion and a wider dealer network, even as discretionary spending remains under pressure. The Mumbai-headquartered manufacturer of classic brands is focusing to give a stronger challenge to segment leader Royal Enfield, which sold a record 1 million motorcycles last year, when as part of its global expansion, the Mumbai-headquartered manufacturer of classic brands plans to enter 7 new markets including the US, Europe and South America. According to the Federation of Automobile Dealers Associations, Classic Legends, which owns the Java, Yazdi and BSA brands, posted their retail sales of 32,343 units in 2024-25 period, which is up by only 0.18% from 31,016 units in the previous year. The company plans to launch 4 new models across brands, expanding into global markets and to increase their retail outlets in India to 500 from 300 by the festive season. When on 4th June, the company launched the Yazdi Adventure with price ranging from 2,17,900 to 2,26,900, and the model to compete with the Royal Enfield Himalayan. And in fifth news, new age brands as well as e-commerce platforms are exploring ultra-fast delivery for fashion and apparel. New age brands like Newme, Slick and Blip as well as e-commerce platforms like Myntra, Ajio and Nykaa are all exploring ultra-fast delivery for fashion and apparel. And in that, the latest to join the race is Bangalore-based D2C brand Snitch, as the company has launched a pilot project for its own quick fashion delivery service in Bangalore last week. With this present trend, venture capitalists have started betting on this segment, as Slick, which promises delivery within 60 minutes, recently raised $10 million, which is about 85 crore in a round led by Nexus Venture Partners, when Snitch has raised as much as $40 million from 361 Asset. The company is going to utilize the fresh capital for expanding their offline retail presence to more than 100 stores by the end of 2025, and also by entering quick commerce, which may be another overhyped extension of it, as the model is new and comes with its own set of challenges. The push towards rapid delivery began with quick commerce platforms like Zepto, Swiggy, Instamart and Blinkit expanding their categories of products they deliver, when these platforms, which were initially focusing on grocery delivery, now partnered with brands like Jockey, Manyavar, Puma and Adidas to offer apparel and accessories, although they are limited to essentials like innerwear, socks, gym wear, basic tees and track pants. and this move by the Indian quick commerce players opened up a gap for fashion-first players to offer broader selections with quick fulfillment. So these were the top 5 business newses from Business Bytes in our channel, The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. I would like to request you to please subscribe this channel so that you can have all the updates from our end. Thank you very much for watching Business Bytes and signing it off.